yeah, so what I'm doing now is just tying up the cables. So you may have seen they were all over the place. Like these are just hanging out of here. These will be moved and basically put through these holes, and these holes just go into these screws then. So that'll be tidied up. That basically goes into a plug there. These cables will get attached up there. All the earths will go into one socket there. And as you can see there, I've been running the cables through the back of the board. So the ones that fit through the back of the board, I'll run them through. So like that one goes through, pops out here. That one pops out. This cable unfortunately isn't long enough. I could possibly get a longer cable and run it through, which I might do, just to try and free up some space. And just a short one, so like one from there, that goes straight into this bolt here. Pretty pointless running that one through. Same with these ones, like from there to there, there to there. That one will go into that one up there. But the longish ones, like from up here to down there, I'll run through the board if I can and try and tidy it up. And then obviously batteries will go here. But yeah, that's what the electrics are looking like so far. So, as you mentioned, or as you mentioned, maybe I mentioned, maybe to you guys, but I'm basically installing a double induction hob, which requires a lot more power than I currently have in this electric system. So, my current inverter is 12 by 500. So pretty much this basically powers, it's like 500 watts. So that's 12 volts powering 500 watts. If that's correct, I can't remember top of my head. Could be 500 amps, something like that. But all I know is this isn't enough, and I've basically just got a upgrade. This is the new inverter. So this is not watts or amps, it is VA. So this is 12 volt 3000. So this basically is powerful enough to power all my electrics, now including my hob as well. So as you just noticed, I just built a little box over the wheel arch. I was going to leave the wheel arch and carpet it, but unfortunately I now need to build a frame to support this inverter. So the inverter I was planning to put there, but I want to use this in the garage as like a storage area. So what I'm thinking is install it basically a lot of moving around. Where this inverter is now, that will get removed, and basically the bed frame, or the framing for the bed, will go along here, basically touch up against there. So I'm thinking to just move the inverter, or this new inverter, and basically install it by here on the side of the bed. The other option was to have it lay down on the box, but it doesn't look like that's going to be big enough to hold the inverter. And the instructions say that you want to have a nice clear, you want to have it upwards, inverted, so it performs at its best. get the best performance out of it. And also you want a nice clear area around the inverter so it can cool down, breathe, etc. So that's why I'm thinking to put it there by itself, on basically nice thick plywood. I'm going to get, I think it's 18-inch plywood is going to be the frame of the bed, so it's going to get stuck to that pretty much. So yeah, that's the plan today, is just to adjust the electrics, build this bed or this wheel arch, and then pretty much we'll go from there really. I'll also need to get to the shop and buy plywood where I can start framing the van. So bed frame, wardrobes, kitchen area, all that is pretty much, that's the next stage of the van now, is to install all that. So little tidy up of the van, run some cables, and then pretty much good to go. So I just showed you the inverter, and this is the induction hob, and unfortunately it's powered by 230. So basically the hob is going to go here on the side of the van, so I need to run 230 cable to this location. So I currently got 230 socket above the kitchen. That's for like sockets to plug stuff in and run the electrics, but I want to have one down here where the hob can just get plugged into and forget about. So I need to run some 230 cable from here up to the fuse board just up there. So because I've updated the inverter to be able to handle the induction hob, I've had to update the bus bar as well. So I'm not too sure what capacity these are, possibly 100, 150. So I've updated that just to a Lynx distribution box instead. So I've had to remove all the electrics and jiggle it around for this. So this is the Lynx box. It's a lot bigger than just two bus bars, unfortunately, but pretty much the bus bars was here, neutral and live, and the wires ran through, but I've basically removed them, put that on top, and then I'll drill holes underneath where the cables can run into the bottom, and then the batteries will go here. So the batteries will run up here and into these two, go in via the fuse and isolator switch. So the isolator switch and fuse might just go here for now. Might even go into the side of the box, not decided just yet, but yeah, it'll go battery, fuse, isolator switch up into here and then run around. So yeah, and because of all the earth cables, I've got 4 earths. So there's one for the MPPT, one for to the sachet of the van, and then the other one is for the 230 fuse box as well. There will be a 4th one for the inverter. So obviously there's not an earthing thing in here for all these to get attached to. So what I'm going to do is attach all these to a bus bar and then just run one cable from the bus bar into the links to earth the van. So there'll be one cable to here which will hold all the earths for the electrics then. So slowly getting there, constantly messing around with this to see what works best, but hopefully we'll get there soon.